So I don't say this often when it comes to products because I like to be very, very truthful and honest on my reviews. But I will have to say that today's product is a game changer if you are a musician, and that is the Vidami Blue pedal. So the Vidami Blue is a wireless pedal that is made to be a video looper, DAW controller, and page turner for charts. It works with Mac and PC computers. So when this pedal was created, it was intended to give people a hands-free solution when it comes to recording and learning music online. But now with some of the updates that they have done and also making it wireless, it has become way more useful in things outside of that as well. One huge function that I use all the time is using the pedal as a hotkey for Ableton, and so it is really sick. So just keep watching and I'll show you how to do it. Now the build quality of this pedal is actually really nice. It's metal. It's not too heavy, it's really light. So if you want to take it anywhere, take it on gigs or anything like that, you don't have to get no special case for it or anything. You can just slip it literally in your backpack. So now the first function on the Vidami Blue is the video looper function. And basically what it allows you to do is control sites like YouTube, Zombie Guitar, Jam Play, Music Stand, a whole host of sites. Then after that setup is easy. All you gotta do is cut on your Vidami Blue and then connect it via Bluetooth. Now the way that the pedal works is that you have different modes. And so when you're on the video looper mode, all these buttons that are labeled, it does all those. The way that you get to that mode is by using this combination right here, which all this is on the Vidami website that you can look up. I just figured it'd be easier to just show you real quick. So once you are at that combination, now you can use all of these different functions on your YouTube browser, just like they're labeled. You can also scrub forward and scrub backwards from your feet as well. It also has a play and pause, so if you just need to pause something really quick, you can just do it. And it's that easy. Now, a game changer for me with this was the loop and speed buttons. But all you have to do is press loop and then press loop again, and it makes a selection in the video to where it'll just loop that section. And sometimes you're like, okay, looping it is not necessarily what I always like to do. I like to slow it down. It does that too. All I have to do is hit the speed button and it'll slow it down in increments until it gets to like, I think like 0.20, speed. So it's like super, super slow. You can also go to the Vidami web browser plugin and click on the speed controller and customize how fast or slow you want your speeds to be and create your own custom presets. Now the next function is how it works with Daws. And when I say Daws, basically all I'm saying is recording softwares. So if you're recording like with Pro Tools or Studio One or Logic, this is basically a way that you can control it. So just like I said at the beginning, there are different modes on the Vidami Blue. But for this particular function, those modes are based on software. So if you have Logic, there's a certain combination that you use to get to the Logic mode, so the different controls will work in that. Or if you have Pro Tools, if you have Studio One, it has ones for that and so much more. These are all accessible on the Vidami website, but I'll put a few up here just so you can check them out. So with these different modes, what it allows for you to do is control your session so you don't always have to put in key commands or use your hands or take your attention away from the actual creation that's happening. Because sometimes when you get stuck somewhere, you have to hit a button, you could lose your creative thought or your inspiration when you're recording. So this is the part I'm so excited to tell you guys about. If you run Ableton or do tracks, this can be used to trigger your tracks using hotkeys. If you don't know what hotkeys are, they're a way that you can make shortcuts using your keyboard to go to different sections of a song if you're playing a track, or just do a bunch of different functions on Ableton. What's really cool is that this pedal allows for you to do 5 different hotkeys, but you have to know what mode to be on. So what I discovered after experimenting with this pedal is that there's a couple of modes that you can use on Ableton Live software to get more hotkeys, which is GarageBand mode and Logic Pro mode. And what it does is it allows for you to have 4 hotkeys, which is the back button, speed button, loop button, and the forward button. But the play and pause button still acts as a play and pause. So basically all this means is that if I'm running tracks, say I have 4 songs in my set, if I'm playing for church or playing for a gig, all I have to do is program the back button to be first song, the speed button to be the second song, the loop button to be the third song, and the forward button to be the fourth song. And so all I do when I'm about to start the set or start the song is click the back button and then hit the play and pause button so you can start the track, all from your feet, which is a game changer if you play guitar, bass, or piano when it comes to starting tracks. So there's one other mode that I discovered as well that gave you 5 MIDI keys, which is the video looper mode when you have it on Ableton. But the only issue, and the reason why I don't necessarily use this one, is because it takes away your play and pause button. And so you may have 5 different keys, but it only will do a play versus a pause or a stop. So that's the reason why I always go to the Logic Pro mode or the GarageBand mode, because I always have that play and pause button for whenever I need to start and stop tracks. So guys, I'm sitting here editing this video and I had a huge discovery about this pedal. When you go to the video looper mode or the Logic Pro mode when it comes to using it with Ableton to make a hotkey, it's not just limited to 5, which is what I said before. It actually can be doubled as 10 because each of these pedals has a hotkey when you tap it or when you hold it. It's a different hotkey. So that means that each of these different pedals can be doubled in actions. So if you wanted to trigger 2 actions with this one, you could just have one that's mapped to that and then one that's mapped to when you hold it, which means that you can have up to 10 hotkeys for the Vidami Blue, which is crazy. Now, another function on this that is really useful for is the page turner mode. And all that is where you can hook it up to your tablet or your phone. And if you have charts on there, like chord charts or anything like that, all you have to do is hook it up via Bluetooth and be able to turn your pages using the back and forward buttons on the pedal without ever having to take your hand away from your instrument. All you have to do is just keep playing and use your feet. So now there's a newer update that happened not too long ago that now they have this thing called a Vidami player that's accessible from your web browser where you have your plugin. And all you have to do is click on that player and drag and drop whatever MP3 or MP4 file that you have, and you can use the controller with all the same things you could do with YouTube as a video looper and all this stuff. So that means that any videos that you have, any songs that you have, you can control it with your Vidami Blue. You're probably asking, Travis, what does this cost? And the price at the time of this video is $229. The next question is it worth the money? And be honest, I will say a resounding yes, it is worth the money because I've actually used this all the time now. So now the big question, who is this product for? I'm going to tell you, the list of who it's not for is probably shorter than the list of who it's for, to be honest with you. This product is pretty much for any musician who wants to record at home or even learn from off of YouTube or be able to slow things down with a hands-free device. Man, this is the answer to that. And that's the reason why I am such a proponent to it, because it has saved me a ton of time. There are so many different ways that this can change any musician's life. So if you guys already have a Vidami Blue or you thought this is a really cool product, please let me know in the comments because I want to know what you guys think, if you have it or if you know any shortcuts or anything like that that can help anybody else who does. So if you want to check it out or purchase it, check out my link in the description where you can get all the specs and even see some more demos from other musicians and creators like me. So just like I do on all of my review videos, I'm giving out this product for free. All you got to do is go to my website, travisdykesmusic.com, and put your email in on the homepage where you can subscribe to my newsletter, and that's it. Your name is in the hat. Now, I only choose from my email list when it comes to giveaways, so make sure you go sign up because once you sign up, you're automatically entered to any future giveaway that I do on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.